Hi, and welcome back. Today we're diving into a game that's not just a classic, it's a game that defines a generation. Simpsons Hit and Run. Yeah, that's right. Forget about your fancy open world racers and gritty crime sims. This is pure, unadulterated Springfield madness. My grandson wanted to play GTA, but my wife said no, no way, never going to happen. Lucky for me, a random GameStop employee heard me and said, "Hey, how about a game that's just as crazy, but way more family friendly?" And that's how we found The Simpsons Hit and Run. All right, picture this: Springfield, but instead of just watching The Simpsons get into wacky situations, you're driving them directly into them. Simpsons Hit and Run is basically GTA, but if GTA was written by Matt Groening on a sugar rush. You're careening through town as Homer, trying to figure out why everyone is acting weirder than normal. Spoiler, it involves aliens and cola. You'll smash into mailboxes, terrorize pedestrians, and generally cause more chaos than Homer at an all-you-can-eat donut buffet. And let's not forget the vehicles. You can drive everything from a tiny smart car to a giant school bus, all while trying not to run over Chief Wiggum, who's probably napping in the middle of the road. Look, let's be real. For the first 6 months, Simpsons Hit and Run wasn't even a mission-based game for us at all. It was a digital sandbox of pure, unadulterated chaos. We booted up the game, discovered the A button's magical ability to deliver a swift, pixelated kick, and, well, let's just say Springfield's pedestrian population suffered greatly. Poor Marge, especially Marge. That deadpan, they just made a terrible life choice. As she's picking herself up off of the pavement again and again, that became our soundtrack. We'd spend hours just running around, kicking everyone in sight, testing the limits of the game's ragdoll physics, missions. There were no missions. We were too busy creating our own brand of anarchy. But eventually, we did stumble on the game's actual objectives, and boy were we rewarded. Exploring Springfield in Hit and Run is a treasure hunt of bizarre discoveries. You'll be driving along, and suddenly you'll find a hidden card tucked behind a Quickie Mart, or a stash of coins tucked away in some back alley, just begging to be spent on a new, ridiculous, impractical car. Or maybe even a moo-moo for Homer. And the secrets. Oh boy, the secrets. Like Ned's survival bunker. Who'd have thought he'd be hiding his kids in a bunker behind his house? It's like the game knew we'd be poking around every corner, rewarding our curiosity with weird and wonderful surprises. Every hidden item and offbeat interaction adds to the game's charm, making it feel like a living, breathing episode of The Simpsons that you can actually play in. Driving in Simpsons Hit and Run is less about precision and more about embracing the glorious, cartoonish chaos. Forget about your racing simulators. This is Springfield, where traffic laws are suggestions. Be careful though. Too much chaos and you'll have the cops called. You'll be swerving through Springfield in Homer's family sedan, a vehicle that handles like a drunken elephant on roller skates, narrowly avoiding or gleefully ramming into mailboxes, lampposts, and the occasional bewildered pedestrian. Every turn is a potential disaster, every jump a gravity-defying feat, and every collision a symphony of cartoonish sound effects. And let's not forget the other drivers, who seem to have taken all of their cues from Homer's driving technique. You'll be dodging vehicles that swerve erratically, stop abruptly, and occasionally just explode for no apparent reason. It's less a driving game and more a demolition derby with a side of donuts. All right, let's zoom in on Bart's chapter and picture this. Bart, behind the wheel of his souped-up derby car, a vehicle that's less a car and more a motorized hazard, lining up at the starting line. These aren't your typical sanitized racing games. No, these are Springfield-style races where the track is a suggestion and other drivers are actively trying to sabotage you. And Bart? He's not exactly a gentleman racer. Expect plenty of trash talking, strategic ramming, and the occasional accidental shortcut through somebody's backyard. The races are less about skill and more about sheer, unadulterated luck and a healthy dose of reckless abandon. But knowing those shortcuts sure does help. 1 minute, you're racing through the quiet residential streets. The next, you're careening through the crusty burger parking lots, dodging giant inflatable hamburgers and rogue clown cars. The game throws everything at you: tight turns, sudden obstacles, and other drivers who seem to have a personal vendetta against you. Each race is a nail biting, laugh out loud experience where the only goal is to cross the finish line in one piece, or at least mostly in one piece. And when you finally do win, the satisfaction is immense. And let's be honest, the best moments in Simpsons Hit and Run aren't necessarily the missions themselves, but the spontaneous, unplanned moments of hilarity. It's the time you accidentally launched Homer's car off a ramp and into a flock of birds, or when you discovered that hidden minigame tucked away in the Quickie Mart. It's the sheer joy of driving a giant monster truck right through downtown Springfield, obliterating everything in your path. It's the constant stream of classic Simpsons quotes and the feeling that you're inside one very long, interactive episode of your favorite show. It's a game that perfectly captures the spirit of The Simpsons, and that's why it's a timeless classic that we keep coming back to. So there you have it, folks. Simpsons Hit and Run. A glorious, chaotic, and utterly hilarious trip down memory lane. It's not just a game. It's a time capsule of classic Simpsons humor wrapped in a deep and engaging open-world adventure. Whether you're reliving your childhood, discovering it for the first time, or just looking for a game where you can kick Ralph Wiggins without consequences, this game delivers. We hope you enjoyed this journey through Springfield's digital madness as much as we did. And if you have any funny memories of your own, please share them in the comments below. And remember, folks, if you're ever feeling stressed, overwhelmed, or just in need of a good laugh, fire up Simpsons Hit and Run and let the chaos wash over you. In the wise words of Marge Simpson, they just made a terrible life choice. And that choice was playing something other than this game.